got sucked up by the automat.
They probably did. Hi, N. Welcome to today's stream. And why are you saying fruity?
Yeah.
If anything, the only thing fruity around here is the amount of raspberry juice we just got. It's out me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Milky, on the other hand, look at all that raspberry.
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think?
Yes, we just opened up and we're just immediately getting right into the game because there's a lot to unpack in this area and we have very little time.
Oh, yes.
So much to unpack here. He was totally calm. Almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's body is suspended somehow. And something is written on the wall in fruit juice or blood. Take your pick. Bloodlust. Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I would not agree. They killed her. How could it not be brutal? I don't know. It could be like, maybe it's not that brutal at all. There's other ways that they could have killed her. That would have been more brutal.
No, that's not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for an everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder is not a crime of passion or necessity.
Interesting.
It's almost like it was almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you?
Nani? My head was swimming. I was still reeling, too confused to understand what he was trying to say. Before I could even begin to clear my head.
What the heck?
Hey, I heard screaming. Did something? I think that screams for itself.
Yeah.
Chihiro!
That screams just for itself. Ding dong.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Alright, so the usual. The hell was that?
Yep. Oh, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the whole body discovery announcement.
They just happen to have that plan for whenever a body's supposed to just appear?
Well, yes. Apparently, when 3 or more people have discovered a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know.
Why? Why can't they just announce it with 1 or 2 people announce it? Why does it have to be specifically 3 or more?
I imagine
like a game show.
I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved.
Proceed fairly? That sounds fucking stupid.
The body discovery announcement. Then Chihiro's she's really
Naturally.
dead. Yes.
It's time to die.
He was 1-5 away from death games on motorcycles.
I know, right?
Before you start screaming your head off, go around everyone up. It seems that the game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover a killer.
Hooray! All to cover a killer. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time has passed at all. When I finally came back for myself, I saw everyone had the same look and confusion, fear, and anger.
The parents of the peanuts did the killing. Oh no!
We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body.
Damn.
Damn, I couldn't keep her safe. So, there's another victim.
Which means they are now in the same position once again.
Fuck, man.
What the?
What the fuck is this?
It's a dream. This is all just a dream. That screams for itself.
What's up?
I order you to shut up.
All right, triangle. That's how I see everything.
Yes.
Why is this game so loud with that?
I mean, you know how schools are, and teachers and stuff, they don't know how to use equipment.
Fair enough. Well, there are more important things to worry about right now than a dumbbell. Bullshit! This Chihiro's blood? Are there more important things to worry about? What other things is more important than that? What, staring at the body?
Oh, sorry, I'm just getting on a different piece of garment.
It's okay,
For now,
Edgeworth.
pay attention to the wall.
It's okay, Edgeworth. We all know how important your cravat is. Huh?
I've said it once already. There's a word written there.
On the wall. The word bloodlust is written on the wall. In blood.
So,
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange.
But you know, there's something about this bloodlust in blood. Doesn't that sound kind of familiar? Bloodlust.
Bloodlust.
Oh well. They are like ghosts, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. What the nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer?
Genocide Jack, man! Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
what is this?
This is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? Why would anyone do that?
Perhaps this is the work of the real Genocide Jack.
The real? Wait. Are you saying Genocide Jack's here in the school?
No way!
There's no way.
Including so far as the right bloodlust at the scene. I am surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. Hello, Lucian.
Hey, Lucian. Who's dressed up as the girl from Brand New Animal? That's E.G. That's E.G. Perry.
Yeah.
Hello.
She wanted to be a raccoon. The closest I could find was a Tanuki girl. What is it now? Toko! Hina was pointing towards the entrance to the girls' locker room. Fair enough, indeed. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there.
No. Why? 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 Here.
Oh, your voice
And
kind of cut out there.
Thus her pigtails became weaponized whips.
Ah, I see. She learned the central art of Sindel whipping with the hair back and forth. Ka-dunk. She fainted. That did not sound good, man. Toko. Hina rushes over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up.
Oh,
That's right. I remember what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood.
oh.
Well, she is hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then.
Look, this is a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibits sleeping like on purpose. So she didn't faint on purpose. It doesn't count. Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if
Yes,
she'd
Toko.
heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strong reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She looked straight into the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. What?
Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one?
Why is her tongue lolling out? Toko? Are you okay? Your eyes are kind of looking in two different directions. Do we need a
She
pen?
just
Are
hit
you
the
drunk?
floor, man. She might be concussed.
Sure. Do you have a concussion? Blink 3 times if you have a concussion.
I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
What the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted, man.
The front and the back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing.
I see.
He has clearly gone insane.
It is clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. That might be for the best if we took her back to her room for the time being.
so,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone please help me? I'm very much concerned about being alone with her. If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? She totally ignored me.
Very well. You take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin investigating right away. I can assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again?
Hold on a second. Rushing to an investigation. Like,
The mastermind isn't behind that. After all, after what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course.
right is right. But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works. Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed a fellow classmate? What? Does that freak you out? You have got no balls, you know? Is there nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Actually, I don't have any other. Sorry.
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, didn't you?
I sure did, chum.
The Monokuma file!
Behold, thank my other side of the voice decided to talk for me. I know how much you've just been looking forward to it.
See ya later!
So please do your tippy top best in this investigation. Bye.
no way!
Do we really gotta do another investigation?
Yep.
Examine the corpses of one of our friends. And inspect all of our other friends.
Why?
All your friends
hate
are
this.
dead.
I can't take it anymore. I hate it too, man.
Help me!
I don't know. I'm getting out of here.
Hey!
Where do you think you are going? There is nowhere to run.
There's no use.
Such ignorance.
Nowhere to hide. Oh, warriors, come out to play. Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is simply an object. Which means you can resurrect it as per the revivify spell.
You could also store it.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
You can also store it if you chop it
very-
into pieces in a handy haversack.
Oh my.
Indeed.
You both seem to be very enthusiastic about all this, are you not?
I brought my d20s for this. Let's fucking roll.
I brought a book for this, so yeah, let's roll.
How can I not be? If we do not unmask the culprit, we all die.
That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What? Do you want to die?
Maybe I do. I exist, therefore I must die.
Go off and Fine. Go off and die somewhere. Look if I care. Right now, go ahead. You're wasting space.
Well, good to know that I can just be replaced. I'm just like a
dead
piece of
body.
fucking program.
A dead body, an object.
Piece of shit!
Chihiro was not an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat some into you.
Calm down.
Everyone, stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said.
Kyoko.
Because
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right, that Genocide Jack is somehow the one that killed Chihiro,
that's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
We have more victims if we arrest the several dead bees.
Hey! Hey!
If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rules like that.
Actually,
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? The new rule has been added to the regulation menu.
So then.
A killing spree has been prevented. Huzzah! In that case, why not limit it to one person?
hey,
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
punishment is waiting for
Farewell for
you.
now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial.
I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger.
Interesting.
Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up!
So,
Well, for now. I'm sorry, I'm having a stress donut. Taka and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room.
Nice! I'm gonna get dropped off!
there is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation to sweep. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife.
That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice, obviously.
Well, you do have a choice. It's play or die.
True. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Shiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to head with a blunt object. She was murdered fucking instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. Be who you wanna be. Hey, Makoto, do you have a second?
Huh? Did you, need something from me?
Naturally.
Oh, of course. Love for our pubes is quite dull, you know?
What did you need?
I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation.
Huh?
What?
Come along, bitch. You're my assistant now. You're the new Maya, don't you know?
No.
I'm purchasing your talent.
I
The same.
refuse to be your Maya.
Well, in that case, I suppose you can. Oh gosh. In that case, I suppose you can be 𝓕𝓻𝓲𝓷𝓭𝓵. I am purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case.
Solve? No, I
Stop
just.
talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation.
So you're inviting me to come with you. You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started?
But
We need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. Come on, chop chop. Let's get at it.
I don't really know what just
Lift those
happened.
legs.
It looks like we're working with 𝓕𝓻𝓲 on this one.
Chop
Right.
chop 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 chop
The
chop
word
chop.
bloodlust is written on the wall. Blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a bloodstain. There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell.
The Monokuma file said a blow to the head was a blunt object. A blow to the head with a blunt object was what killed her.
I mean, this dumbbell is actually the
That's
murder
right.
weapon.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else.
Yay! The fresh bloodstain on the carpet must have splattered with blood during the murder. Must have got some blood on it. Must have happened during the murder. What, nothing else to really take for that?
Feedback, feedback.
Yep. Could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead
Very
body.
strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must certainly be Genocide Jack's handiwork.
No, 𝓮𝓼𝓷𝓭𝓵 Jack. That's how it's pronounced. It's 𝓮𝓼 now.
Gemini, got it. Jet Force Gemini. Let's go.
Jet Force Gemini,
Let's go
let's
get
go.
ourselves a. Let's go get a robot dog. I call dibs.
What if I'm on a cat?
Too bad. There is no cat in Jet Force Gemini. There's only the dog, and there's only one. So I call dibs.
Well, but
What?
What? But we are still not sure he did it. That's what you'd want to say, right? I wonder about that.
what else can I investigate? Well, let's ask Kyoko. She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body.
You're a very strange woman, you know that? Being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no problems.
She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us.
Watches you walk away, and she's like,
Just doing cutesy poses with the body when we're not looking. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. I will miss this
But-
locker room.
Why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here.
She was very light, that is true. It would not have been hard to carry her, but still.
Well,
I still think that she came here on her own, by choice.
What makes you say that?
She did talk a lot about how she wanted to become stronger.
So you're saying she came? So you're saying she came here in order to start working on her perks and level up? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. She really been exercising that late?
perhaps.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then.
Avoiding it?
Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us.
And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night.
However,
Perhaps it is difficult for me to imagine she would come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others.
So you're saying she could have come in here in the middle of the night to train in secret. But she would have also come with someone else.
It's a possibility, I think.
Clockwork's count has been added. Sweet.
Dude, they're real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking about it, right? All I need is to get stronger.
Yeah. Do you remember she said that more than once?
Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here.
But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl, after all. Most girls aren't that strong.
I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff.
Cause of Chihiro's complex as I continue to eat this donut. I can't help but wondering what it might be. Woo!
Congrats! You got Mondo's account, so you can drain it dry. Quick, let's find an ATM.
Hell yeah, let's go!
Now I believe it's time to do some things already.
Already?
Blah 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 blah. New clues will magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case.
That's true, but
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and let's proceed. Come on, chop chop, carry on.
he's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time.
I am holding every inch of my being back to call you Printer Boy, because that's not this game. That's Pizza Game.
Printer boy?
Come on, Printer Boy. The best part about that is that it's a lady who's being called Printer Boy.
Oh god.
Anyways, so this is our next location.
This place related to the investigations?
Well, figure it out yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Backseat solving is not that great. So come on, chop to it.
If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
what?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma.
He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card reader has all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You only have to unlock them corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook.
And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there is some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, a sailing master Gallagher will initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter.
And school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbooks, correct?
No, leading someone else. They're learning to use their handbook from someone else.
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go into the girls' locker room, and only boys can go into the boys' locker room. Or Shiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means.
Hey Makoto, I have the script.
My script?
Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in a girl's locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So, in other words,
As such, the killer must have been one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple.
Am I wrong?
You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine.
I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble 𝓲𝓵𝓬 family. You managed to step out the loophole of the regulations.
Knowing you would bet I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to this plot.
You're treating me like a appealing little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. How dare you? Now, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things. Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole? But in order to borrow something from someone, then, someone would have had to loan it, so,
Why you?
Oh, so sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Bianca and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions? Figure out the rest of your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Gets a pocket of crayons.
Oh, please don't. I don't need more crayons up my fucking nose, alright? I've already had 3 shoved up there.
Let's head back to the main hall.
The main hall?
That'll help you understand what's going on.
Cartier's mad to the truth bullets. Okay, so literally I'm being forced around and I don't get to explore. He's just forcing me to find all the clues. We come to the main
Like
hall.
I told you, Makoto, I'm the main investigator here. You are merely the assistant.
I see. What are we looking for here? I have to figure it out myself.
There's
a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. Wait, there's 3 of them. What are they doing here?
So, you finally found them.
Huh? Do you know these were here, Byakuya?
Oh, I happened to find them by chance. The others say. Bleh.
The others say.
It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of the dead students gets delivered to this mailbox.
So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka.
You can go on ahead and confirm it yourself.
Like, oh my god, you're touching my staff.
I immediately turned on one of the handbooks and
What
when
is
I
that?
did.
What is that sound? What is that?
You're right. This is Sayaka's handbook.
Now, do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier.
Well, so thank goodness I didn't touch Junko's. It probably would have gotten smeared with all sorts of makeup on it. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to understand.
You should be
How dare
close
you.
attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your handbook to the scene is strictly prohibited, but it says nothing about borrowing quotation marks.
Exactly. Yeah, I understand now. I think. I don't know. I'm having a brain fart moment. Bianca, can I borrow one of the crayons?
What?
Sorry, I already used them all on the doors. Oh, Hold a second.
Very
What's wrong?
strange.
That is strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on.
Is it broken? Whose is it?
Did the handbook show Junko's name when I started it up?
No, and the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
That would make sense, yes. After all, I did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs.
Oh, it was baseballs. The memory of it came
Well, I
flooding
suppose
back. The cruel
In
punishment.
this case, it would have been faceballs.
Oh
So
man,
that's a
I just
Leon's
want to
tale.
live my musical dream.
The execution that the mastermind concocted to silence a terrible music career, a cruel and heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey! Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a very super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. but it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't break. It would stand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It
I
does?
can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
Then Leon must have broken it somehow while realizing it has a weakness, right? And what the weakness was, right?
Out of character, I think I already know what the answer is. Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, what disappeared. What just happened? What I could have said it's not broken, but it's undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to this case, so it doesn't matter anyway. So let's move on.
You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me.
I am always right. Do not question me.
I will question you.
Okay then. That should be enough to get things rolling. So let's go rock on. Let's begin an investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit.
Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro.
To be exact, not quite.
Huh? Not quite. What the fuck do you mean?
Quiet.
What do you mean by that, Bianca? To be exact, not quite.
Well, certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack.
Then you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Do you believe in magic? 'Cause I know I do. I'm sorry. Absolutely, I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit behind this case.
No, I could see him singing it because it's Genocide Jack. Now, Murder's Fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
There's nobody else it could have been. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using bizarre and brutal methods. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. With a nickname and what nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer?
Genocide Jack.
Fuck you stole my line. They said
help
he
it.
killed thousands of people.
That's me still.
Then... Oh, sorry. Well,
They
call
say-
it payback.
Payback, what you
was
mean?
just-
I've been reading my
on
line.
bit from earlier.
I know. They say he's killed thousands of
Anyways.
people. But that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be the demented psychotic killer like that?
You're not wrong to wonder.
Oh god, he's starting to Scooby! Put him down! Or it's mean little right now. Or it's mean little right now.
I have something that will prove it, and I can show it to you. And only
Okay.
you. Just make sure to give me
Okay,
your
so
credit
it's-
card
so-
number and the numbers in the back.
Don't make.
Oh, Aces.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Bow, 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 bow.
Is there really
bow,
proof?
bow. There is somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you will need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro.
Evidence? Something like that, really? Yeah, we'll go with that. Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy, leave us alone. Toss the donut in her face.
It's an emergency. Emergency. Please, come on. You gotta help me. Uh-oh.
Sigh.
This is a serious emergency. Please, you gotta help me. Okay, just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean,
But it's an emergency. Emergency? What happened?
well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do,
Very
Byakuya?
strange.
So, since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her.
Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry!
Let's
Wait
go.
for us, Hina!
Let's... Yeah, that looks like we're heading to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely.
You're right. Which one was it? Here it is. Something inside? Some kind of emergency. Okay.
Emergency.
Emergency!
Of course.
You're talking to the wrong person. You are wasting... You waste of space.
Wow, okay. Hurtful. Didn't need to do that. Oops.
Not warranted.
You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast.
So, what is the emergency?
So,
Well, what happened in the girls' locker room? We left Toko in a room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out. It kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves.
Yeah, good idea. May as well give it a shot. Bing bong! The door swung
Better
open,
than
slowly and
nothing.
silently.
Better than nothing.
Aw, she's like a scared little puppy. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the store, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
She wants you to build a snowman.
She wants to build a snowman? I'm sorry, I don't want to build a snowman.
Won't let genocide
you're the one at
Jack
my
have
door.
Control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face.
She gone.
What was that?
Hmm.
You acted like that the whole time when I rang a little bit a while ago.
I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. It felt like something was holding it shut. On the other side, I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Why Toko so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Well, Byakuya. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever, I guess. Okay.
You gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you really can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. The doorbell. After a few moments,
The ding-dong bell rang.
What do you want?
Leave me
this-
alone. You're also so annoying. Kula.
Bacula.
Byakuya.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
And with that, the door slammed shut.
Yeah.
Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off.
There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to our investigation.
Hold on. Hey, Bianca, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, that? I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go.
Without waiting for a reply, Bianca sped away. Bianca! Bacula! And I hurried to catch up. I hurried to catch up to the fucking vampire wannabe. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back,
Blah,
let alone
blah,
say
blah.
anything.
Blah,
Just
blah,
kept
blah.
walking towards his destination. Finally,
Blah, blah,
his
blah.
feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room.
Blah, blah, blah.
The library?
Come on, let's go inside. This is where you die. Stab, stab, stab.
Why would you do it? Is the evidence that proves it was genocide check really in the
Don't
library?
make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Is it the letter?
There's no point in checking there. We'll find. We need to find the real clues.
Okay. Oh, the archive.
Stop being such a money hoarder and get going.
Yep. But remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right?
Hurry up, go inside.
Oh,
Let's
here?
go.
I just make a guess.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Go.
What if I don't want to?
Too bad. Go.
So many books and files. So much dust too.
So, in other words,
It's setting off my need to cough.
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. If you pay attention to your surroundings, I'm sure you will discover the value for yourself.
Oh, wait. First, camera. Surveillance camera in here.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Bacula using in the library before.
what?
Do you have a problem with that lamp?
Yes, I do actually. It's very tacky.
It was there before, I just moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd just put it to good use.
Oh, sweet.
Coin!
Coin. Wooden box. It's empty. Well, judged by the smudges in the dusk, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was.
There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library.
An extension cord, huh? The shelf was stuffed tight with files. Not really thinking about it, I picked out one at random.
Ah, I have a sharp eye indeed to select that file.
Huh?
That is a report on a presidential assassination that is originally kept at the National Library. The original was kept at the National... It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it.
Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf.
Oh, come on.
So many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are, dangerous, let's say.
Dangerous?
They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner.
Do you mean like members of the Diet or something?
No, I mean the ones with real power. Secret council controlling everything from the shadows.
Ah, Zero.
If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there.
You're just kidding, right?
Am I?
I'll just let it go for now. With Bunker standing in front of it, there's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf.
If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those files are filled with graphic and disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. They're the kind of thing that normal people wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful.
What do you mean?
All of those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They are not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak.
Oh.
So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent?
This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
Oh, that's your problem, guy. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality is labeled a lie.
Wow, rude. It's not just that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but, I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together?
I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored.
It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal.
What's wrong? You still don't believe it?
What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like this are usually impossible.
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you do not understand the nature of anything.
You don't pull your punches, do you?
And besides, if you consider usual, it's based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt.
Reaction! Hold on a sec. You're saying you've read all these documents more than once? But this all has to be top secret confidential stuff, right? So, why?
Who do you think runs it? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. I was a speaker, of course, and not as dusty.
Huh?
Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
How is that possible?
So, in other words,
I've already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. Anyway, it's time for murder game. But to become such a ruler, one must know all levels of this world, backwards and forwards. So, whenever you have time, I'd like to review whatever documents materials that interest me. Whenever I have time, sorry. Which is why I can proclaim, without a doubt, that the material gathered here are the real thing.
This is beyond believing or not believing. The arguments actually started scaring me more than the actual mastermind. Like, Jesus fuck, man.
And what has always interested me the most are the cold case police investigation reports. Reading those reports have always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was a wee little laddie. The excellent mental exercise, I've solved them a few times. I have solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all of those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case.
As he talks, Byakuya grabs a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Here, have fun, knock yourself out.
Ah, fuck.
Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack case has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly surmise the main points.
That would be a delight.
To begin with, there are two notable characteristics with every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. Grumbly, grumbly. And the second is that the victim, when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way.
What else is written on the wall?
Bloodlust.
The victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Jiro.
Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. The second characteristics are where the victims are suspended. The only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and the higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media has ever found out.
Huh?
In other words, no one in the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. About that aspect of each crime. Only key officials of the killer and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. So, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion.
So, how could the killer have known about the suspending the victim?
That's right.
Well, that is the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words,
The culprit isn't the copycat killer, it is the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
And right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us.
Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer. Really is walking around among us? Ah, my own thoughts are starting to scatter. I think I'm starting to
Interesting.
shuffle my brain. Oh, God, help me.
I feel the need to vent. Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a good look at what I've already seen? Have a perusal. You might just figure out a clue or two.
such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I'm going to have to do. Actually, about the genocide case file. Could you let me see
That's
it?
fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look in there, but you can't take it with you.
Top secret. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I reached the page where photos of the crime scene had been collected. Names of Genocide Jack victims ran on for several minutes. 𝓮𝓲𝓷𝓭 32, 𝓕𝓻𝓲𝓵𝓙 17, 𝓲𝓷𝓾𝓲𝓵 23, Kano Issei 14, Takeshi Yoshida 30, Komasa Tero, Takafumi Jono, 𝓬𝓐𝓲 𝓛𝓲𝓷𝓭𝓵, Takeshi Masamune, Yoto Yumejima. There's no end to it. Nothing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in the exact same way. At the scene of every murder, my fucking voice and words are not working right. I am dyslexic. The word bloodless was left in the victim's own blood.
Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit.
Next page?
Reused cutscene.
Yep, profile results. All the crime took place either on weekdays at night or during the holidays, either day or night. Most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on the facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because eyewitnesses never come forward, it's not likely there was any external reason for this. His confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may have had a split personality.
It's my personality. Like the thing you see on TV? So I'm part of a totally unbelievable story. This was way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb.
Makoto, you were in a murder game. Alright,
I know.
we should get moving. Time's
Okay,
wasting.
where
Chop,
we
chop. Anyway, but here, we've finished our business here, haven't we? Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Bacula! As usual, Bacula turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up.
Well, this is where we part our ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial.
What? Just all of a sudden like
I
that?
don't have time to play with you.
Oh, come on. Enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be working together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forwards on your own.
Goodbye.
Well then, goodbye.
And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he
Yo.
asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like it was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Just like Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. Who is it? I have to find out, no matter who it takes. After that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. Go back to the crime scene. The girls' locker room. Let's check the boys' locker room too. The others might have come with some info that I might find useful while I'm at it. Need to find out everything I can. Yeah, wrong way. Ba, 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 ba.
I don't know why.
Has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the
I
culprit.
feel as if
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What'd you find? I can't reveal that just yet, but I guarantee what I found will steal the killer's breath from its lungs. You sure about that? Oh, yes. Miss Lundberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl believes the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the doors. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be?
I bet a coin that his hard evidence is going to be like a one-shot, like he's going to object to something and then get shot down literally immediately.
Oh, whoa, what's this? The strange stain on the carpet. What is it?
Oh gosh, someone's shit on the floor.
Apparently. This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Someone doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Yes, I'd like to leave. First, let's clear out this area. Then we go find our lady in Insanity.
Hi, Sakura.
Yep. New crime scene, more bloodless is written in the victim's own blood. We don't even make note of it. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. This one doesn't seem like the girls' locker room doesn't seem to like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room there's definitely something strange about this. Those are a popular boy band. It's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. The poster have been switched? As they were? Why? What reason did anyone else have? Kyoko! Hey Kyoko, you made any progress on your investigation?
generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of.
Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder.
But
so then,
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success.
with that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. Guess I'll take another look at the body then. Your handbook is missing? That's definitely something worth worrying about.
Given how quickly she left the scene, my guess is that she has a chest date with Byakuya.
She must. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Better give it a shot anyways. Let's see. Jiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. Rope was used to prop her up in some kind of crucifix position. Huh? Rope has a plug? Wait, so this isn't a rope at all. It's an extension cord. Where I think
No, it's a heated rope to use during the winter.
That's not how it works. The more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. I just didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But I've seen them again looking through the genocide jack files. Something's not quite right. What does this all mean? One thing most likely is how all these mysteries together. It's the true nature of the oath that was used to suspend Chihiro. Perhaps there's certain places you revisit and look all over again. Plus, it might help me to look at Genocide Jack case file one more time. We might as well just use teleportation.
Form of moving around quickly.
Why can't I teleport out?
Because reasons.
Fair enough. Okay, this
Yeah,
we already
that's a
had.
repeat.
Are you a repeat?
Hi, I am here.
You spent a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right,
Of
Sakura?
course.
I'm used to nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together.
Now, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters on the boys' and girls' locker rooms have been
I'm
switched?
sorry.
I'm sorry, I couldn't really say. Never really paid attention to the poster.
I see.
However,
But there is something that has been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising.
We have protein coffee? Shit, where the hell has that been? I could use some right now.
In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but we don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some of the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain.
Stain? I don't see any stains on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier and the stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone else came along and cleaned it up. Might have been Taka. But still, it isn't usually clean. Isn't it unusually clean, as there was never a stain here to begin with?
Disappearing stains may add to the truth bullets of the section of your handbook. Yay!
Ta-da!
Ta-da! It's out to the pool. Oh, I have to use the back button.
Biggity biggity back, biggity back, biggity baggity back, boo.
Can I teleport away now? I can. Hell yeah. First, Hina. Oh, Hina, how's Toka doing? Same as before. She won't come out. She keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimming. I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. This triple decker cheeseburger with a side of donuts. Taco's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. With a side of donuts. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Shiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her own big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
She was a little bit strange. She didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, I was having a cast stream, but then I remember we're on Chihiro. Exactly.
Oh.
She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's true. But it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Wait, maybe she was just a guy spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? Do you think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Oh. Where are you? There you are. God damn, hang on. I'm gonna look at all this other stuff.
Do you understand? I'm standing here. That was just.
Oh, I'm
just
aware.
being big, sorry.
It was her inner thoughts just realizing I'm being actively rude against her. All kinds of food stacked up. See anything noteworthy?
How dare you?
Yeah, she deserved it. This kind of top. I don't see anything noteworthy. At least not yet. Of course, there's a camera. Surveillance camera. Last one must have been watching as Chihiro was killed. Celeste wants beads. She wants them brains. Is this the fridge sack I mentioned? See anything noteworthy here? Oh, I already read that. I already saw this. Those jackets, like some sort of school equipment. It's one of the monitors when Akua shows up. When the class trial's gonna start. Alright, time for you. Celeste, what are you doing here?
This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from.
I see that, but have you found anything related to the case at
Most
least?
unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless.
Then did you find something?
Very well. I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
What? Nani? Really?
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
oh, I was just.
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
I have the script as well.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Sus.
She stuffed the jacket in her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes,
She
indeed.
gone.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have ever happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose.
So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing? But the strange thing is, there's no trace of a track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said as she said she saw Chihiro carrying. Which means they could have gotten rid of it somehow.
Yes, some lady must make sure when she has all the beams that she uses that to get her elegance to max level.
Let's check the boys' locker room one more time before we go back to the library. Through the pool.
Peter.
Walk over here.
Waka waka.
Waka waka.
Waka waka, eh.
Is there some kind of clue in the lockers? I guess not. But I did find some coins. Hell yeah.
You found 2 that multiplied into 6. Yay!
All I was thinking about was walking back into storage to see Celeste eating peanut butter straight out of a jar.
I would. I mean,
Hey,
why
peanut
else
butter's
do you
good.
think she has that sharp metal nail thing on her finger? To get the bottom edges.
That's how you
Don't
do
be
it.
telling people my secret. It is my emergency can opener, and in this case, the peanut butter opener.
Peanut butter scraper.
I'll have you know I do like the peanut butter to be chunky. I like the crunchy peanut.
Run!
Better run, outrun my investigation.
Butter run, I'm gonna give you a heart attack.
Well, butter run's not gonna happen until the second Danganronpa game.
True. Let's gonna look at Genocide Jack's file. It was around here somewhere. It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? Do something like that. No, I can't
Go.
think of it, but Bacula. Like Count Bacula. Been there before.
Count back Scratchula.
Just go from behind a door, just here and there. Just go. I hear you mocking me.
Oh, whose fault is that?
I'll strangle you. Just get close to my door.
It's because I'm ugly, isn't it?
You know what? Yes.
With the demeanor of fuck it, sure.
I'm so ugly you chose to mock even my own slip of the tongue on his name.
What else is here? I can... Over here. I'll the one thing from over here and put it over there.
I mean, look at it this way. If you become a target of the Shadow Council, they would target you with their satellite beams and blow a hole in the wall for the others to escape through.
True. There's a thick layer of
Win-win.
dust on top of this. On top of that, there's some kind of clue here. I guess not. Oh, what? The fucking desk lamp not targeting enough? That will turn on. Oh, see, it's not plugged in. This cord is long enough to reach the outlet from here. Last time I saw it was definitely on. It definitely was right here. Turn out Byakuya was using an extension cord. No extension cord here now. I wonder if... Hey, we finally got the last detail.
Bong, bong. Bong, bong, bing,
So,
bong.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge
I'm
right
bored.
in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial.
Yay!
You remember where to meet, right?
Yay!
Please go through the...
Thank you, Monokuma. Doors right through here.
Such a nice, lovely laugh.
It's definitely one of the favorites.
It's an okay laugh. All right, just in case there's a chance.
Old creaky door activate.
And So is everyone ready to what? What blind or are you missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here.
Toko is? You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this
What are
time.
you gonna do?
Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like you said, a few minutes later, he already appeared, dragging Toko behind him.
I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. This stupid thing is acting up on my... Terrible! You're terrible!
Whew. Now everyone's here, right? Okay. Hustle into the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Mr. Chihiro.
Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made a choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here.
Who done it?
You ready? We doing this? Why are you talking to me twice, man? That's kind of fucking weird.
Well then.
I will uncover the villain who performed such a heinous act on a weaker individual. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it will work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro?
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toto, man. Fucking Africa. Anyways, Toko, what's got her so worked up?
Shall we go?
Shall we begin?
I'm boring, let's do this.
How very
I'm bored.
Fujisaki. I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe.
But yet you're serving a woman like Toko, or like Celeste.
I guess it
over there.
wasn't much help on this one at all. Yeah, no, but he abhors 3D, and yet he's okay to serve Celeste. That's fucking stupid.
He's found his conversion piece.
Indeed.
There is something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it.
I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. You might have to play me in chess, though. Yargle, yargle.
No
It's
choice, right?
true.
We have to do this.
Yes.
Gave a small nod in reply as I accidentally skipped dialogue. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. Couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating.
It's all good. Her only word was yes.
The steel box sank with a heavy clunking sound deeper and deeper into the ground.
While we
I'm well
all
aware.
looked at Taka's buns.
We all saw how fit and unnecessary they were. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness of my heart grew bigger and bigger. With each step forward, Toko said, The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste your time with your stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very
Good, good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
well.
Good. Let's
I
get
haven't-
this show on the road.
Thrills, chills,
Everyone.
kills.
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once
I
again.
have throats to slit and bodies to burn. Let's get a move on.
deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. How are you both feeling right now?
Good.
Your call. I'm fine. Honestly, I would say at this point, we're getting to the point where we don't have the luxury of waiting for designated points. They will start getting longer and longer.
You know, that's fair.
So yeah, I say go for it.
Yeah, let's start.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Aw, how adorable.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First,
I have
you
a
to make
comment.
clear. What's up?
So, given how Monokuma already has shown, like, their willingness to, like, play around with, like, wordage of things, like, oh, you can't lend someone your handbook, but you can borrow it, aka steal it. He'll punish anyone besides the blackened. What if that was literal? So, for example, if Makoto in the first trial was guilty, only Hifumi and Sayaka would be punished if he got away with it.
Wait, why would he
Because-
get away with it?
No. If Makoto got away with killing Sayaka, then he would punish anyone besides the blackened. Besides, in this context, being viewed as the literal besides, as in left and right. Anyone besides the blackened.
Oh, that's stupid. Love it though. First, we have to make.
It
clear
would have
which
been a
use to deliver the
very-
fatal blow.
It'd be a very sad plot twist.
It would be.
All of that
Make your
for...
argument.
Oh well.
Oh boy.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt
Archangel
instrument.
System ID
But what kind of blunt
Pentagon_Dark77
instrument could it have
says
been?
Papa Penta.
I bet it
Hi,
was an
Pentagon.
iron pipe. Interesting. That certainly would make for a
Interesting.
powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
No, the weapon that was used to kill Chiro must have been in the locker room.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
How do I fast forward again?
It was a head wound.
According to the
Check your
Monokuma
controls.
file, the killer used a
I
blunt
think it's
instrument.
L1.
Oh,
What
No,
kind
it's
of
circle.
You hit
blunt
it.
instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
But I missed.
Interesting. That certainly
Q ironpipe.jpg.
Yeah, I missed.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used what kind of blunt instrument could
Cool
it have been?
use.
No, that was not it. Oh, voice there.
Oh, sorry. You think you have some proof that contradicts what I just said?
I need to think about it one more time. What was your contradiction in these statements somewhere?
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was.
According to the Monokuma
Fatal
file, what kind of
injury.
blunt- I bet it was an iron pipe. Interesting. That
I
certainly
missed.
would make for a
Poor Chihiro.
Remember, you have slowdown powers as well.
True. I keep forgetting about that.
Chihiro's. It appears it was.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Iron pipe.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, at the very least we know what a failure looks
the
like.
object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood. And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far
Hi,
as
I'm here
concerned,
now.
There's no mistake
Hello.
and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes!
Yes.
That's so creepy.
If you don't mind,
Or if someone was gonna have to do it.
here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to non-stop base. Would you like to hear more? Wait, no, fuck!
Yike!
I hit
Tutorial
skip.
bullshit.
I hit skip instead.
Well, let's see if you can find it. Follow my
Culprit is
finger.
Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case
Hey, you
closed,
did it.
as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is.
The evidence that shows Genocide Jack is related to the case. It has to be.
The
Okay.
culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean,
Impossibility bullshit.
there's just no proof for it.
Hey, so,
Oh, I found-
speaking of Genocide
Okay,
Jack,
so I found something.
I don't know who that is.
Oh wait, I hit the purple words. That's why.
The culprit is
Now you know the
Genocide
full
Jack.
thing of what
Case
that was.
closed, as far as I...
But that's
Hence the
impossible.
slowdown. Okay.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No proof for it.
Bullshit. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that.
Run for
Makes me
it,
think
run.
something weird is going on.
Shoot.
Ow.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide
It has
Jack,
to be the Genocide Jack
I don't
case
know who
file.
that is.
It's a start, isn't it? Chihiro wrote Genocide Jack on the wall. I don't know what that meant.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. Case closed. as far-
I hit.
That's impossible.
Why? What makes it
Well, I mean, there's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, I don't know who that is.
I'm fucking up right now. I saw the second case
The culprit
too.
is Genocide Jack.
I'm sure.
No,
Hey,
that's
you
not
chose
it.
that. What? I think there's some mistake lurking in what I said. Do you think that?
Oh, one more time. There must be a
I am
contradiction
Edward.
of somewhere.
I am perfect.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, that's not it either.
Shoot.
2 more hits.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it.
Well, that's game over. I legit could not find out.
You
Fail.
shouldn't have hit my buttons.
Please, no one wants to hear what I have to say. Uh-oh. Have you already come to the end of the debate? Well, the clash trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's blackened.
Game over.
It would appear that the one with the most votes is Makoto. However, Makoto is not the blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to congratulate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone else now must be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
They say, wanted to give it another shot? Yes,
I
please.
refuse to give up yet.
Okay, so I assume that's going to be... Okay. Let's wait. Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. The truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think about them as obstacles to your debate. These white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button attached to the silencer. which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual mark with your silencer instead of white noise, the talent will decrease. So take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. Which in that case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Alright, good luck, and have fun.
Ta-da!
Okay, so it's not the genocide case file because they both failed. It ain't that, so it's gotta be
Genocide Jack. I'm sure.
It has to be the
Case
locker room
closed,
dumbbell somehow.
as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on.
Grind.
There's just no proof for it.
Grind.
Hey, so, speaking, I don't know who that is.
The culprit is
Chipper,
genocide
dipper,
Jack.
chipper.
I'm sure of it.
Damn it, it's not to that one.
Shoot.
The culprit is case closed.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Shoot.
Okay, now I really am confused then.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, so no,
Yay,
I had it
did
right.
it.
I had it right on try 2. The problem was the fact that I kept hitting the damn white noise.
No one reason he could be
That's why.
involved.
Tutorial bullshit.
Exactly.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that.
So again, I was right on try 2. It's just like fucked up entirely. In fact, actually, I'm convinced I could just do this entire thing all over. Let's reload. I refuse to have anything less than a damn B.
Well, go.
No, well, bang. He said himself he doesn't want bees.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Let's begin with if you can.
Well, anything lower than a B, sorry. So dang would be a D, so B would be suitable, I suppose. Anyways.
Yeah.
Chihiro's fatal. It appears it.
According to the Monokuma file,
Fatal injury.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Bong.
No, that's wrong.
Not all this time.
The culprit is Genocide Jack.
Case closed.
But that.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, there's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file. Well, I guess it's some kind of confidential.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more importantly. It outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be 2 defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Boob lust. That's a
no.
great line.
Slap him upside the head.
But more important
There are-
is the other characteristic.
I can think.
And it's
I can
something
think
that
of
has
more than-
never been made public.
I do know of a streamer
Never
that
made
has
public?
that as an alert.
What the hell is it?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
I want to say it has. They have it as their 690-bit alert.
Yep. Was how the victim was positioned.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
What?
Oh wow, immediately is
Jack's
pointing it at
true
her.
identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec.
It was like, nonchalant, yeah, no, it's her.
Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember?
It's turns out I'm Genocide Jack.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Doesn't seem like
You
real in a
gotta
way,
be
but
so rude.
I feel like I could just about see it. Genocide Jack is Toko, but isn't Toko. What does it mean?
Get it together. Knock it into your skull.
Ow. Nah.
PTA meetings.
Wait, would it be an H? Oh, schizo. That's the phrase, schizo, which is, you know, very insensitive. Very insensitive when you think about it. She may have schizophrenia, but you don't just call him schizo.
Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Keep in mind, schizo used to be like bit of like a catch-all term for like they're a bit mental in their head. They're a schizo.
Yeah. Yeah.
That didn't used to just mean schizophrenia.
You know,
That's
fair.
What it was, yeah.
But still.
I think I read that
Different
somewhere in
time.
the
Different
file, too.
time.
Different time.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay.
That's the one.
But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is
perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
I think that shows Toko could have a split personality, and it has to do with her behavior.
Her insistence to wear cardigans regardless of the time of year.
Is it because she got there late? Well, I guess that's...
A lack of punctuality is evidence of a split personality. Now there's an interesting train of thought. In what way could you possibly link those two attributes?
Just embarrass myself in front of everyone. Oh, time for a retry.
Retry, yo.
I refuse to give up yet.
I'll get it right on the immediate roundabout.
I got it.
Please let me continue.
It had to be the fucking obvious answer.
Totally different than usual,
Although they were
right?
trying to play around it, no, it's the fucking obvious answer. I hate it.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Have a cookie.
Have a cookie. Here's a cookie, Ichi.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, hey, are you dead? Yeah.
She must hit her head really hard when she fainted, bro.
The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
This quite concerning me. She sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for
What?
sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I will let Genocide Jack have control.
Booga, 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 booga.
I'll drive up the killer, drive up the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to
Archangel
know is,
System
how
ID
could you tell
𝓲𝓾𝓲
them?
Fan Club. Says Makoto I can't stop shaking BLBLBLBLBL.
Thank you, Graha.
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
How dare you slap onto her ultimate like that?
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
You broke my heart. Prepare to die.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. Don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promise.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Disappointing.
I hate you.
Disappointing!
The opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't...
I love how the hair design just goes like that with the braids.
Oh, definitely. It's actually very nice. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom. But in the next second...
There she is.
Is it me you were hoping to see?
Hey, he's right next to her.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate
Honey,
murderous
you're getting
fiend,
tangled in my
Genocide
headphone cord.
Jack.
Go lay
Or
down.
better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill.
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
She's so intense.
I like her.
Yep.
Sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed
Shame
of a
she
front and
has
a
to
back, you know.
die.
Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you
Wow, that was so quick.
mastermind behind our entire situation.
Matter of fact.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Again, I like her.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Damn.
Maybe.
Say the line, say the line.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get some more details out about all of this. Status of the dead body and disappearing sand. Ooh. Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Sorry, but I didn't kill.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe?
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong.
Cool, I got it on the actual go
Are the
around.
methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
Professionals do indeed have standards, and she is a professional.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant.
This is why we respect
They're
it.
very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way
Now
that
I'm hungry.
maybe makes more sense.
I'm also hungry. Thankfully, I got crackers nearby.
There are
and
two
donuts.
clear differences between the
I know.
Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Here, have some crackers.
I'll tell you this before. My USB ports can't handle crumbs.
Yes, they can. We just have to make sure that goes through.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. one more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please
Oh,
stop
that face of
comparing
hers.
killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Right, the second difference is related to how she was suspended. Well, it was used, obviously.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Them scissors.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
That were used to stab so hard they broke through clear concrete.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Well, I like the name Big
Listen
Mac.
up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
They were all men, obviously.
I got it!
Because Chihiro was her lover.
Because she loved Chihiro.
Bingo! Bullseye, right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada, Tetsuhiro Honda, Sochikaku, Kenoise, Takahashi, Takeshi Yoshida. All these male names.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such
brothers.
passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
Ooh, that had to cut.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
You sure about
Are
that?
you sure about that?
You stole her line, damn it!
Honestly, that was the best of guess. But also lovely.
She's fully equipped.
That's
That's
right.
ready to kill.
So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Hold on, there is one person. One person who could have copied Genocide Jack's cases. Fuck.
Want to use the hint coin?
There's only one person who would work with the police force. But I know for a fact it might not be him. Can only think of the roving gangman. Well, Duck.
So, let's just say you happen to look at the government files. Who's going to shoot you in the back for it?
Are you trying to say Mondo is a narc? Mondo might be a narc. I don't know.
No. Mondo's an upstanding member of society. He's like Kanji from Persona, I think.
Alright, well, I mean, if you read government files, who else would take you down other than... What, are you saying a point at Byakuya?
He literally said the library section was like, I don't know, like a haven of unsanctioned information to be shared. Literally the only way, like he quite literally said that the only people that knew about the suspension method was the police and higher ups.
Except now that includes him, so yeah, no, he would have it. He would also know. Look, I'm just gonna shoot
it.
I'll shoot my shot for it.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
Byakuya.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I'd put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all.
What is that face?
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
She's in love, obviously.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
What?
And the locker rooms. They're suspicious, very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Hum.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction with what Byakuya just said. You need to make it clear to everyone. Oh god, please tell me. Truth flashback. Next, we're going to add something called Truth Flashback. Narrator 2, take over.
If you aim at the weak spot and hold that... Oh, wait. Was I 2 or you 2?
You're 2.
You're 2.
Okay, game time! If you aim at the weak spot and hold down the triangle button... you will memorize that weak spot.
Narrator 3.
Congratulations! You just loaded your own gun!
This memorized bullet can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want.
Narrator 2.
Infinite bullets, I tell you. If you don't seem to have any answers or lie to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, try scavenging around, looking for a 45 round. Who knows? It might be wise to memorize different weak spots and try to use them in your case.
When's the best time to flashback?
When's...
Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that you don't use flashback. You won't be refuting anything. I will say that if you don't use flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh boy.
Boy, I love them Dover boys.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented
Alright, switching your pistols faster than reloading.
Remember stealing a lie is quicker than finding the truth.
Reaction for any guy. The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Why'd you gotta be so...
Make that contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya was but he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity,
that's a natural reaction. The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong.
The victim was Hifumi.
Yeah?
I'll tell you what's so strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong?
Get good, scrub.
It? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Got a core, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with
the matter. You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more
Always
to
bored.
it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Oh, silence. The difference between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there? What could it be?
Ba, 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 ba.
Oh boy.
What?
Have fun.
The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
When I
use
was
those same
a
scissors to
young
arrange
girl.
the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
You
Then
just
there
lost your
must
bullet.
be something very
No, I know.
fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Did it is hidden within the rope? How was used? Like, was it actually rope?
What? The difference
Because it was actually desk lamp.
But Chihiro, it was something...
The rope wasn't a rope at all. It was specifically a lamp from a
Then there
desk.
must be something very...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
In my life.
In my life.
In my life. Now I'm reminded of the
you
token
have seen it
robot
before.
from Sam and Max.
Yeah.
Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
I love just how much they dogpile on certain phrases.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right?
I am actually kind of interested in this.
I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. I also recognize now. Something about it concerns me.
That boy ain't right, I tell you what.
The scene. Right, the
You
scene.
killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up until now. Maybe Byakuya's never realized that there's actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder
Give me
took
the
someplace
money.
else. Those are things that got switched. I believe it was... Can I only present one at a time? Or can I present multiple?
I think you just do one at a time. Let's just say it like this. Right now, only one of the pieces has been connected in your mind.
Yeah.
I got it!
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
This now,
Somewhere else is
the other thing later.
the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel.
A well-chested
Don't you
supermodel.
think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room
I
have
get
a
it.
poster
Boob
like that?
blast.
I do like the fact that that's like the specific reason is just that the model is big boobed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker
Lesbians
room.
can't enter locker rooms.
So you're saying
Indeed.
the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about
It
the
has to be
locker rooms.
switched.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
It's not that they can't enter locker rooms, it's that they don't work out.
Aren't you?
Protein
Actually, no, never mind. There are very many, but
While I
there's
was in the girls' locker
there is the
room
butch as a
earlier,
reason for a reason,
spilled
I
some
guess. So
protein
yeah, they
coffee
do,
on the carpet.
definitely.
But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein
Behold, a
coffee.
picture from my e-handbook. I'm sending it to everyone in this text file right now.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But Why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Damn,
I
Yasuhiro.
only smoked half a pack.
Could you have really gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Oh, we get to hear his case.
Watch it crumble into.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Apparently, if she was able to use Leon's handbook, she could get into the boys' locker room. That's if she was able to use it.
Is it really? Could Chihiro really?
Ah! She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have.
Ah,
No,
damn.
I don't. She used the thing that was.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No.
Lies and slander.
Your poor man tried his best.
He did.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Why not, man?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
My man almost had a coherent
In other
thought.
words, you could borrow a dead person's
Indeed.
handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then,
To be fair, the fault of that was very coherent.
she used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't
And
use
then you
Leon's
die.
handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room. Byakuya's the one who did it? Really? So I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Thank
What
you,
the-
Kyoko.
You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Fucking Monokuma.
Don't worry. This'll make the
Class
whole trial more
excursion!
exciting.
Yay!
I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh?
Field trip.
It'll make things more exciting.
Field trip.
Field
With
trip.
Frizz? No way!
I declare an official
Caruso knows on Main
class
Street.
recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us?
It's another
It
special
better
episode
not
on
be
the human
boring or
anatomy
I'll be
and the whole body
Oh,
of the
no.
human.
happy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Because that one episode about the booty hole was not enough for you. Time for more.
Weird. Before I even knew what was happening, the class
This-
trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. Where she took us was
Archangel System ID 𝓕𝓻𝓲
Bill,
says
Bill.
𝓕𝓻𝓲
The
𝓛𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼.
girls' locker room?
Bill.
We've already searched this
That
place
is
top to
an
bottom.
amazing thing.
What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Want me to check it
Be
again?
sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like...
Shut the fuck up, Nikumi. Sorry, I'm not allowed to let you finish that.
Probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well.
I'm loading
I'll do it.
I'm loading a comment into my chamber for a moment. Oh well.
Go for it.
But you're a girl.
No. It
You
has
shouldn't
to
have
wait.
touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay,
You're talking to a serial killer.
Here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but what? This is... What is this?
She's flexing.
Kirigiri,
She's flexing.
What is it?
Kirigiri bet on Makoto's intelligence and she lost.
Apparently.
Keep in mind,
Possible.
she did.
It's not possible.
She did use the same words earlier. Make sure to examine her entire body.
True. Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless forms. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
a boy.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting.
So Chihiro was a femboy.
Thank you for
Good to know.
confirming this fact.
Give me the DXE.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro
Her
was
hands went somewhere she never
guy?
wanted them to ever go.
Yeah. She touched the forbidden place.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
I
Now
hope
let's
so.
ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Whee!
Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
No, Chihiro was actually a guy. I thought that never even crossed
And
my
because
mind.
the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was
Junkie.
killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Really, Togami? Really, Togami? Elaborate. Elaborate on this.
Titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
No, it's not. It's still fuck all right now.
Connected or clear?
Everything
whatever.
is clear.
You still think you're the killer,
Who still
remember?
killed
The
it?
angry pointy ponytail.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
Byakuya's
And
bored as fuck.
When you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
You bitch.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now.
Oh, doesn't even bring himself to curse. What a bitch.
Well,
No, that is a dignified man, sir.
That's a bitch answer.
Go ahead. Find it very hard.
He is
to believe.
bored, not
You're free to
crude.
be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't
Who
think
done
I
it?
can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
You think I'm just that easy going, man? With the mushrooms in my
Let's
hair?
discuss this all as a group one more time.
He
We
flips
still
off
have
so
time to make our
hard.
decision.
He does.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Just
Excellent.
imagine, he's the
Then
oldest
shall
one of the
we
group
resume
too.
our game of
I know,
hide
right?
and
Yep.
Byakuya didn't do it. Now, who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? I don't think we're sure about the killer.
Who done it?
Had to be a guy. Since crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since the handbook was apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues.
Like the
clues?
lover in a Yuri novella. The culprit had to be a guy.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Like yeah.
Clues are one thing,
Ooh,
but
hey.
did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the
I saw the
victim
killer.
at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
Why is he like this?
You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
I hate that.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Isn't there a
I
single
quit.
clue that might
Exit without saving.
Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for...
Yeah.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Die. Okay, I have to shoot it down before I can do that.
Shoot!
Isn't there a
And
single
that's the
clue
price
that
you
might lead
get
us
for
to who
playing
did
on
it?
the hard action.
Clues are what? Did nobody get a...
I'm sure if someone saw the killer.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some.
Yeah.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Shoot!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues
Who
are
done
one thing,
it?
but
Did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
Oh,
You
the
wanna
timing
know
of where
who
I have to
saw
use
the
it.
Victim? The killer.
And only the killer.
No, it's wrong.
There we go.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes.
My turn.
I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto.
The rest of you had no
Makoto.
idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly
Machu
noises.
Picchu.
whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before
love her.
nighttime. I
Just
saw
behind-
Chihiro
Just before
in the
half past
dormitory
10.
warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Sorry, answering something.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Oh well, I suppose this isn't a.
This
a
is new.
flashback. Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always
He
declined.
would get shot.
Probably
Yeah, he
because
would have
was
been shot.
afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Picture beside
A
her.
marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Fucking
Even
asshole.
if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
Well, I would.
you
I
got
have
flour.
in the sky.
The evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste,
Talk it out.
did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Chihiro's track jacket really holds some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Yeah, this one, no evidence we have can actually work with it. So I have to use what was said in here.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He he was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way.
Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without
chance.
even realizing it?
Something off about what someone just said?
First of all, we know where Chihiro, he was on his way to go so next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific track?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit.
So, what you're saying, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I missed.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
And now you gotta go 2 more rooms because you lost out on the black one.
Did
God
any
damn
of
it.
that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
God damn it.
Better speed it up.
That's what I'm doing.
First of all, he was on his way, so next we, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the...
I got it! It matched the one...
So, what? The killer was wearing the same blue track... My tracksuit is black.
I
don't even, cause exercising.
I have a white track. I got it from the...
Did any of that really help us?
No way.
Not a chance.
Chance.
First of all, he was on his way, so next we, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the...
I got it! It matched the one the culprit.
So, what you're... The
Killer
killer...
was wearing the same blue
tracksuit as him?
No. What are you talking about? Just shut up, you little bitch.
Shoot!
Ow.
First of all,
Maybe blue on black then, maybe?
we know where Chihiro was headed. He was
Probably.
on his way to go, so next we, why did he choose the specific?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Right. No, you're right, because no one knows what color he had until he said it.
I got it! He picked that track. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Ah.
Shoot!
First of all, we know where he was on his
What are
way
your
to
bullets
go
again?
exercise. So
This
next we have to
Bernstein
ask,
and
Celeste's
why did he
account
choose the specific tracksuit that
and
he
library
did?
desk layout.
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I think it might be the
I
count.
got it!
Actually, yeah, no,
That-
count to
it
blue.
matched the one the culprit
Are you supposed
was
to grab
wearing.
one? Don't you have Celeste? I do have Celeste
So,
account.
what you're... The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit?
There we
Right.
go.
Right, because no, she didn't mention what color it was. He did.
Hold on
It
a
was
second,
around there, so
Mondo.
we had to do it
What
about
did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
Oh, this is the most bullshit catch ever. It is.
Yeah.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then I assume he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
I did a little lie.
Trial.
It is
Did
how
you
you
tell
say
anyone that?
blue?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Oh god, it's getting longer.
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
They were in a hurry. Oh, okay.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel,
Dug
didn't
your
you?
own grave.
That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
A Freudian slip.
That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him.
Because you hate him.
I will say, I've been paying attention. There is one instance which leads to this. I'm not going to say which one.
It would be the way he was acting, because he hurt Chihiro's feelings at the start and then wanted to make amends.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
That was not it.
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Right.
Before the investigation, he said chick, and afterwards, one-time dude. I was worried you would catch on to that, but you didn't notice, I think.
No, I did not. Oh my god.
You notice such a tiny
They made it really subtle.
It was very subtle.
She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm
I
not
suppose
the
it
frightful
helps
one.
the fact that dude is more gender neutral these days.
It
Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out
I
of
call
leads.
everyone bro.
My time has nearly come.
Oh right, his evidence.
My little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi.
Oh, you have a
weren't you
death
telling me
note.
you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
It's time for this last minute bullshit.
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the
Oh,
ground,
right, I
so
forgot
I
he
scooped
has
it
it.
up.
Alright, that must belong to Chihiro.
Oh, it's mine. I won't be taking that.
That's
You know
mine now.
Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
One possible explanation.
They exploited a bug and should receive a lifetime ban for exploiting it.
I got it!
There's a weak point.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. but I never told anyone what the weak point
Thank you,
actually
𝓲𝓼.
was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and 2 of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh.
The temperature in the sauna can
What was
reach
your guess?
over 200 degrees.
No, Joe, it's
Strange
just
how you don't get burnt, huh?
there's only one way someone could have taken it in there. And there's only one reason as to why he was still in there.
It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried.
It's actually why he would have kept his clothes
That
on.
layer
Okay.
of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
Yeah,
I think
because
the
he
one who may
did
have taken
fucking
their
take off his
handbook
fucking
into
clothes.
The sauna was...
So yeah, don't go into a sauna with your clothes on. There's a very good chance you'll suffer heat exhaustion because your skin can't sweat out the heat.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. What was Ai's account?
Let's test.
The other one was Card Reader. What did I
𝓮𝓲𝓷𝓵𝓬.
Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo,
his account.
you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I don't want to believe Mondo might have actually killed him, but something that proves without a shadow of a doubt.
Let's
So
test
one way to do
Makoto's
it.
if what he said you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's hand, then that proves that what
Well, my goddamn
handbook works just fine.
Ow. Shut up.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct.
What's broken e-handbook?
Then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
God damn it.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Oh my god, I'm actually having a little bit of trouble. Shout
I
out
do
doubt.
believe.
I'm thinking it has to be the e-handbook for Chihiro.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's been a while. I don't recall
Let's
exactly,
test
but I'm fairly
Makoto's
certain it's
assertion.
Chihiro's handbook.
If what he says is correct, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto...
Wait, no, that's right. That's right. He found it broken in the sauna. Mondo doesn't have his handbook. He actually has Chihiro's.
Well, my goddamn
handbook works just fine.
God damn it, those fucking walls.
Shoot!
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
If what he says you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves that what...
Well, my goddamn
handbook works just fine.
My handbook works just fine.
See?
Ah!
Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Like that went from like
Let's
demonic
test
to
if what he said you broke your own.
In other words, if Mondo's, then that proves that what Makoto...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Mondo cool.
What?
See? Look!
Oh, because I hit the white
Makoto
words.
was
Damn
wrong
it.
After all, Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test if what he says you broke your own.
In other words, if then that proves that what...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See?
See?
Damn it.
Makoto was
shade.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test if what he says is you broke your own handbook.
In other words,
You
if
broke
Mondo's
your
handbook,
own
then that proves
handbook.
that what Makoto...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test if what he said
You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's, then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look!
Why did it bounce off?
Makoto was wrong after all!
Maybe aim a little bit
Mondo
lower
wouldn't
next
hurt a
time?
fly!
Try to cut the bottom of it.
Let's test if what
He says is you broke your own handbook.
In
Awooga.
other words, if then that proves that what Makoto...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See?
Too
Look,
low.
Makoto was wrong! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Don't focus on the... Try to not use your focus on the bottom two. Wait until you see the third
Let's
purple
test
show up and
Makoto's
then use
assertion.
the
If what
focus.
he said
To
you
block
broke
the
your
two
own
and then shoot
handbook.
while still in focus.
In other words, if Mon... then that proves that what...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Now. Ah!
Shoot!
All that for naught.
All that for naught.
Fail.
Damn.
And somehow you end up being the culprit.
Apparently.
I refuse to give up.
It's
yet.
wonderful how that ends up going.
Wait, maybe use Shihiro's e-handbook on
Let's test
wrong?
Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook, then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook. See?
Makoto was wrong after all.
Oh wait. We already suspect that his own handbook is Shihiro's. So what about snagging wrong and shooting my damn handbook?
Let's test if
Good
what he
idea.
said you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works.
See? Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Only problem now is that if you fail, I have to get it again. So aim carefully. Don't focus too
If
soon.
Mondo's then that proves that what
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See?
Ah.
Look, Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Yes.
Let's test if what he said you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, that time I had it all. It didn't work.
Shoot!
Ugh.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what
He says is correct. You broke your own. In other words, if then that proves that what.
Well, my goddamn handbook works
Just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all.
Ta-da.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Now, I think I'm on the right case with
Let's
Chihiro's
test
e-handbook.
Makoto's
It's just
assertion.
like
If
keep
what
not
he
clearing
says
off
is
all the
correct, then Mondo,
the
you broke
purples.
your own. In other words, if Mondo then that proves that what Makoto.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Maybe Chihiro's handbook on wrong?
Let's test if what he said you broke your
Because
own handbook.
we know it's Chihiro's handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's
Mondo wouldn't hurt a
handbook
fly.
is actually
Because
broken,
Carvier's not going to work.
then that
Broken
proves
e-handbook's not
that
going to work.
what Makoto said is right.
Oh, his
Well, my
account's not going to
goddamn
be helpful.
handbook works just fine.
Damn it.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
I will not be adding any more hints
Let's
unless
test
you
if
want
what
actual
he said
hints.
you broke your own.
I
In other
went
words,
ahead and
if
looked
then
up
that
the thingy
proves-
just for
Well,
the
my
case of
goddamn
time.
handbook works just fine.
Appreciate it.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
What? Fucking damn it.
Let's test if what he said you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
God, in fact, I keep fucking missing it.
Let's test if what he said you broke your own. In other words, if then that
Be back in a
proves.
minute.
Well, my goddamn
All right.
handbook.
See? Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Ah!
Let's test if what he said you broke your own. In other words, if Mondo's handbook is then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all.
You was wrong.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Yep. But thank you, Graha, for the grind.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then you broke your own handbook.
In other words, If Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
No, that's wrong.
Okay, I learned through a guess at the broken handbook.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
I found it by complete accident and just guessing. Did not look it up.
I had my headphones on, but yeah, like I had the right thought with using wrong on my handbook, because my reasoning was because your handbook is probably broke, but I honestly didn't notice that you had broken handbook as a bullet.
Oh wow, thank you.
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
Turn.
Okay.
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well,
There
here's
we go
how I
again.
look at it.
There we go again.
There is a rule
Yeah,
about
let's pretend
loaning
the
your
end of the screen,
handbook
though.
to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a
Also,
mistake, but...
to loan something to someone, you kind of need to be alive to do it, so...
Yeah, just so you can claim it back.
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are
So,
wrong.
you know the
have to be
finals?
wrong.
Yeah.
Like the final entry, like Leon thing. So you have to fight someone now. Like a head-on thingy.
Everything
Oh,
you
right.
just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this
And he's
case
the
one
one.
more time, from the beginning. That way, everything will become clear. And we'll all see if I was right
Oh, right,
or
we got
wrong.
this as well.
Yeah, looks like we're reconstructing the murder case now.
Ta-da!
Just double checking.
Chihiro looking cute and flustered in the top one there.
Yep.
Just
Next
the
would be
slip, hide the thing and fly away. Bye!
bye. Let's see. Just double checking what I could.
Pumping
That should be
iron.
it. Pumping iron.
Boo, boo, boo.
Let's see, what else could be taken?
Boo, boo, boo.
Oh wait, no. That one's not it. Oh, that's right. No, that is the next stop. Because he would have had to go in here, right? Oh no, there it is. Never mind. It goes at the end. Wait, no, that's not it. Because it's displayed here later.
Well, look more at it. Like it's a picture, yes, but what else is in the picture?
I mean, it's the blood, but I mean, I already have him taking down the picture of the blood.
And then you have him again, putting it on again, putting it up.
True, but he would have to wait till afterwards, so it would make no sense to actually put it up because he's still carrying her down.
Well, do you think he's? Do you honestly think he is carrying both the Kappa and Chihiro in the same go, judging from the first act by that logic?
Technically speaking, maybe. Because the moment he leaves, he has her body. Or has his body, excuse me. Oh god, what the fuck else is on here?
The crystal ball, of course.
No, not the crystal ball.
Honestly, I think it's either the dumbbell or the poster.
I think it'd be easier for the dumbbell.
My personal money is on the poster, but yeah.
Alright.
Bakula is just bored.
Yeah, no, he fucking is.
His whole MO in this is literally just to entertain himself.
Here's exactly what
Let's try. Let's try with this.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
I was about to say all elegant and standing like that cool kid in the hallway. You go, kid.
This,
I
right,
see you up to
Celeste?
no good.
The
That
naughty
Hawkeye
kid.
close-up is amazing as well.
Oh, definitely.
That one. Wave,
With bag in
wave,
hand,
bye!
Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Ow.
I think there might be
It's
switched.
yeah, it have to be switched.
I hurt my pride. Let me try that again.
Yeah, let's try that again.
Like, let me continue off from where I screwed up. Thank you.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out. She made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
As it turns out, Chihiro was he-hero.
Because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there.
I would
And
say
the
I'll take my
person he
backs
met
and
was the
leave, but
one
we're
who
close
killed
enough to
him.
the end. I should probably stay.
Yeah.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the
Splat.
bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
Doki doki.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body
That would
was
probably
arranged,
be
but the
the
murder itself
Japanese
felt
one of that one,
unclean.
yeah.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet.
Doki,
then
murder
removing
everything,
the bloody
club.
poster.
Yeah, Chihiro just made his
And
heart
finally
go
carrying the
dokey
corpse
dokey.
into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer
I
was
mean, that game's dark
necessarily a
enough
girl.
as it is.
Yeah.
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Damn it.
Yeah. So my biggest reason for why it probably isn't the dumbbell is because that icon is literally the icon for the dumbbell in the it's the icon for the dumbbell in the log, essentially.
Yeah. The section right here.
Oh,
Well, I guess it has to be this one then.
The killer is you!
The killer is
Exactly.
you! Let me
Using
try
one
this
of those.
a second time. Let's go. A
Fuck
third
it,
time,
you were
sorry.
right on that one.
Exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Ta-da!
That could have been the end
Wait.
of things.
That's
no.
that in the opening of the door. That
It's
is
like,
looking
oh, see
mighty sassy of you.
That is very
Byakuya
sassy.
discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Top center, he looks like a Pokemon antagonist.
So,
Oh,
after
definitely.
stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the
He could be
library,
Maxi's
and
son.
then he got to work.
The Seto
He
Kaiba
used the cord to
Pokemon.
string up
Very
Chihiro's
Seto Kaiba.
lifeless body.
World order, world order.
Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a
Then again,
grisly
it does
message
keep
there at the
saying
scene
I'm
of the
Edgeworth,
crime.
I'm Edgeworth.
He wanted
It
to create
does.
the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
I fucked up that one.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
My story! I screwed up.
Oh.
God damn it.
How far back is it gonna boot you?
it
I got the
should have put me
power
far
of
back.
friendship on my side.
Is it gonna punish you?
Yes, it is.
It's gonna punish you.
Wait. There we go.
Bonk. Curl-ups. Oh no!
There's it. There it is.
Get a thing.
To the
Go the
girls.
place.
Speedrun.
Yeah, speedrun.
First try. Hashtag first try.
Hashtag first try. Did it. I think my comic right now. We're
Did
dead.
Oh wait. Wait. Where did he go?
Right. Right. That's why that was there.
I didn't recognize it as the place. It just sort of looked like a thing.
And well, we can just fast forward through here.
You have this thing in your back. No, it's not. I'm gonna zonk out after this, that's for certain.
Oh,
First,
definitely.
I need to see some executions happen.
Yeah, we gotta get a rhythm game going too.
Oh gosh, that's that as well.
Chihiro,
Oh,
did
well.
you shake my peanut butter? She did.
Caleb, did you murder Chihiro? I sure did. Thumbs up to anyone who catches that reference.
I do not catch it, unfortunately.
Well, maybe a glass of melonade will help
Then
to quicken the thoughts.
And around
There we
the same
go.
time that
There we
Byakuya was
go.
putting together this facade, the killer, having already
Well,
disposed of
Byakuya was
Chihiro's
having
bag and
fun.
other belongings, there, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Here's the fun thing.
That's 3 fucking
A part of
attempts.
me-
I'm upset.
A part of me wants to say...
This can't be right.
A part of me wants to say that the handbooks are really temperature-proof.
Where's your evidence?
Monokona just sort of added a software update to make it
You need proof.
fame being turned off.
Without any proof, you
Although
can't
it
pin
makes
any
you
of
do
this on him.
question something now, though. To think
Hmm?
about it, if he wrecked his own handbook, how did he get back into his dorm? Because you need to use the handbook to get into your dorm rooms.
Well, maybe he just slept in the bleachers. Keep in mind, we haven't... A day has not passed since Chihiro's death.
True. I was gonna
Oh,
say
bro,
they did say
fucking
there's
hell.
that rule you can't sleep anywhere either.
Fever
that's
time and
not your-
nega time.
Fever time and nega time. Let's
You
go.
press the R1 button, fever time will activate, and the tempo will force to a max. At this point, even if you push buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push X triangle, however you want, destroying the opponent's verbal assault. This only lasts until your focus gauge runs out. So make the best possible use of your time. Of course, to be fair, you got access to special time, right? Remember something called
Heyo.
nega time that your opponent can use. After nega time during a brutal time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you're actually fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. It would have canceled out, wouldn't it?
Probably gonna activate its thermonuclear bomb, make you lose automatically. Who knows?
Or true. Fuck it, I'm down for it.
Anyways.
Of course,
Fight
it's him
the
I have to fight.
bro.
Show me some
fucking
evidence.
bros.
You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
I should not be doing this.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Yeah.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. You're corrupt. I refute you. False. You're corrupt.
You're corrupt.
Okay, Makoto, you are corrupt.
I am corrupt. I just
Finish
fucking...
it, free there.
You try to use negative time, I'll use my fever time. Break the entire system.
Thinking so far is right.
Oh, Dane?
Yeah?
So, you know that last shot that just happened in the end there?
Yeah.
If memory serves, guess what you have to do the next time this happens?
I have no idea.
In which case, we
You have
can
to
just
choose a
check
bullet.
each of our handbooks right
A relevant
now.
one.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Once we do that,
We don't gotta do that.
You gotta choose the
It's
right
I-
bullet just to stab.
It's either the next one or the one after.
Yeah,
I think it's the next
I
one.
did it. I killed him.
Mondo.
Hey, let me see some F's
C,
here.
C,
C.
yay!
Hey!
Bro, what are you
I
saying?
feel sorry for
I got no
Mondo.
choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait, hold on.
No, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
Ah, damn, I died 3 times. That shouldn't be an A. That should have been a fucking fail there.
I think it just Take the total score. Keep in mind, like,
Still.
if you have 10 segments with 100 each, if you absolutely fail 2 of them, oh well.
Uh-oh, looks like you got it right this time. Yes, it is so. The bracket that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mandola!
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Taka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
I refuse to believe it! There is no way he would kill someone!
Sorry.
What is this?
What? Why are you apologizing? Why? New head-to-head battle! I demand it! Why did you do it?
That face.
It wrecks him.
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder time is a sad story of 2 men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't want to hear it, you can hit the O button for fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weaknesses. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a young petite girl. He had chosen that as his way out.
No, nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy.
But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him. It was not so easily weeded out. I almost hit auto. Shit, I almost hit the auto button. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger.
I'm weak.
Weak.
Aww. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro's actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone feared being thrust into such a level might have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk about it right now. But I don't want to leave things as they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become stronger after doing workouts for one night, then I can tell everyone.
Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough that even when they say even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell the person his secret first, and then ask him to help him from there. And that person he went to was...
that's right.
It was me.
Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was a very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro's always aspired to be.
He's gotta be a Mondo man. Maybe if I talk to Mondo about it, it will give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become stronger. Why is that listed as Chihiro and not Monokuma?
I have no idea. Maybe it was just the time for third party talking. That was his aspiration, and he thought only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Kyoko.
EG.
So then that must be why Mono did what he did to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Sorry, I was looking on my
Do what he
phone.
did. You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro.
But
how does moving the body keep a secret?
because
Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, a few of us would have immediately began to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See?
Humble flex,
Then-
humble flex.
Yep. Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he did also kill.
Why would he do that? The more I hear you guys talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you do... Why? Because no matter what, I don't want anyone to know.
I knew
Didn't
it.
want anyone to know.
That's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. No, nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone.
You're wrong.
That's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others on your own standards is the height of folly. Can I get the hammer and nails in here? Even if you can't apprehend it, you obviously can. That's all there is to it.
Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? The embarrassing memory, the secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate backer gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone.
Ta-da!
Mondo's older brother, his name was 𝓬𝓪𝓷𝓮. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. Whatever, other me. It was because of 𝓬𝓪𝓷𝓮 that Mondo ever got on the motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only Mondo he could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of a starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. Before anyone knew it, it had grown to the biggest biker gang in the country. 𝓬𝓪𝓷𝓮, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, the younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw Mondo's very soul. Kid's gotta take over for 𝓬𝓪𝓷𝓮, huh?
𝓬𝓪𝓾 created his gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride.
Area 3.
Can someone like that really be our leader?
All that'll do is just make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than 𝓬𝓪𝓷𝓮.
I love the back of his jacket.
Once, just One time.
Oh, definitely.
Crazy Diamond. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top.
And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory and danced to the oncoming traffic. But suddenly...
Hip thrust of freedom!
Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Dia never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Cause it's the team you and me put together.
For being...
It's a promise between men.
For being a gang leader, he sure didn't color his hair like Mondo did.
No, he fucking did not. Also, he's very intentional, just kissed the promo transporter. Agreed. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, or to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He never admitted to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident, and as a result, the team was made even stronger.
Isekai into Hope's Academy.
Under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Dia was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong. Strong.
As soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the secret, of the embarrassing secrets. Again, I don't know why I'm replaying this cutscene, but at that point it was clear that I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own brother.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, would all have been for nothing. And that's why... That's why I...
Mondo.
I first saw what Monokuma had on me. My head flipped up, some kind of fuzzy uneasiness, and I just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before.
I just
didn't know what to do about it. Sure, I wasn't sure what to think or say, or after a while, the fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And then, that was right around then, that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Huh? Because, I mean, you've kept a secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
That. I've wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. Quick, can we get something to help me smash this thing? His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie that I've been living all myself. I have to change. I do not want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, like, it can't hurt you, right? Oh, happy smile, though.
Oh, that's it's such an adorable smile.
Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What? What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to, like, tell everyone my deepest, darkest secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was so jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. I was so jealous of him. And the jealousy broke me.
What? What?
Are you making fun of me? Oh, I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You are really, really strong, Mondo. It felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What? What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
Wrong?
Damn you!
Why do you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No. I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. I am strong. Strong, I'm strong. Yes, strong. Strong. Strong,
man.
Strong. Stronger than you!
You son of a bitch!
I'm stronger than you, Dyer! Clonk. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up, I was lying. He was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring down at him, down at the ground. Hey!
I killed him.
Killed him.
I killed Chihiro.
Oh.
Yep, spoken dialogue.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was always so aggressive, so angry. He had that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in his heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn!
Cold-blooded!
Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that he killed another living being in cold blood. He couldn't cut free from his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't.
You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again, I dare you!
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. It's what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because it's time for punching. It's fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now.
Well, that's what that's what I promised you, right? The blackened that deserve the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on!
I prepared a very special punishment for him. Oh. Mondo, what? The ultimate biker? I must got my voices mixed up there for a second there. Don't mind it.
No! Wait!
Give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Also, main reason as to why I do keep actually doing that is because it is actively interrupting him.
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
I like this execution, stylistically. It sucks that it happens. I hate this. But, At least we get something out of it. Hey, he had a redemption arc for his strength at least. He didn't. He didn't struggle like Leon did.
Yeah. No, he's accepting his fate.
Yeah. Corn cobs going to death. Let's go.
The Cage of Death.
Vroom vroom. And off he goes.
And it's set on permanent drive.
What do you think's gonna happen? I can bet you're not gonna guess it.
Oh, there's electricity involved, so melting? Evaporation?
I think closer to rendering might be more operative word. Anyways, where'd those pancakes go?
Pancakes? Well, he was evaporated, so I got that right.
Ding!
Oh.
That is 80 kilos.
80 kilos of fucking fat.
No. That little package weighs 80 kilos.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's heavy.
Human butter.
Laugh at death in your soul
butter.
for peace.
Yeah. My brother.
Another murder and another execution, both of which happen to also belong to Whaleduck's characters. How the fuck do we keep losing two of your guys' voices at a time? I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen.
What he said.
Oh.
He is breaking down. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to.
What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Oh well, I had my fun.
Bacula? You're completely insane, you know that? A game. One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Oh, of course I do. Because this is a game of life and death.
Hey.
Ichi.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except this.
However,
I just don't understand why. Sorry, I'm nodding off a bit to myself, trying to stay awake.
No, you're fine.
Why
same.
Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
We're almost at the end for the chapter, so we can actually wrap up.
Why? Like I said, I was bored. Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting.
His voice was calm, emotionless. Like the voice of death, it chilled me to the bone.
I was fucking bored. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too?
Yeah, fuck that shit. The rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing
Where's my
to be done.
signature on a piece of paper?
Well, I don't particularly care. Please, continue.
The night grew late. I decided to return to my room, which, when I stumbled upon him...
But also, I have to say, very fucking suspicious that he stumbled upon him on a way to return to the room from where the library is, in which it's a hard right turn to the fucking pool. That is a hard way to stumble.
I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room.
Was that door always left closed? Was that door always left open? Not the fucking locker room doors, the door to the pre-room.
After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw a corpse.
What?
You actually witnessed the murder?
He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Oh, indeed. But if I had ended it... But if that's been the end, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed at the very beginning. Which is why I decided to, well, lend a little bit of a helping hand. I thought I would liven things up.
You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
I was bored.
Easy.
After hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that. To create the fake murder scene?
But...
Damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right?
Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before that point had been reached. Of course.
Doc, your turn to look me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me.
Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
I mean, to be fair, we kind of reached that point 3 times, and I just refused to let it continue.
Interesting.
Once I decided to become blackened, I now know who to look out for.
What?
Correct.
So that was...
Target acquired. Loading knives.
Ah, shit.
Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
No.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next?
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why?
I'm bored.
Do you like that? But you know, this punishment, this is fair. It's not just for you. All this punishment, all the despair is to give to mankind itself.
What?
You are over-exaggerating.
I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Mean. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing.
Because she can't.
Whatever. It does not matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh,
Oh, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is sort of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up, I would never stoop to the level of a childless criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete and utter victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Ooh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mop for you.
I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you!
Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro Amando. But I knew that wasn't the end.
Okay.
The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who are still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying.
The complex is being raided by these
Hi,
Taiwanese with
Dusty!
11 beasts.
Oh, God, you came out at the worst possible fucking time.
You know, this one would like to call the business a double raid, because we can double up and just send you guys somewhere else.
Pretty much. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of the future than us. Wait. Our friendship. It was the worst kind of despair.
Making a mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't spread over every egg.
Ow.
Honestly, I think now's a pretty decent time to actually just drop a save, regardless if it's a chapter end or not.
Yeah, no. I can. That was definitely a time to fucking save it, because we are going to be ending, and we have to end because these two are starting to get tired, and at the very least, we ended chapter 2. That's all I can be happy about.
The sad part is I think I just caught somewhat of a second wind.
Was it because of seeing me get decked in the face?
No.
You
I had
sure
some
it's not
cinnamon
that?
bread.
Oh, you had some cinnamon bread? Okay, that's fair. Cinnamon bread's pretty nice.
Cinnamon bread.
Well, at the very least, then let's try and push for the towards at least the actual chapter end. Is that okay, Wilduck?
Sure.
Well, anyway,
I wasn't speaking of ghosting, but yeah.
Yeah. Like I was saying.
This is a pretty good spot.
There's a smoking cutscene, so we don't have to talk.
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match.
So how about this? All of us just start making random noises when it comes to the person's turn to speak.
I went to all the
I
pain
think
and
just
effort
silence
of
is
making
fine.
you part of the group.
All right.
Couldn't play your part.
But we could Charlie Brown it.
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Ellipses. Wop, 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 wop.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Womp womp.
Womp womp womp.
Womp 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 womp. Womp womp
Womp
womp
womp
womp.
womp
Womp womp womp womp.
16's high school student. Wop, wop, wop.
My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
I love Monokuma, and I love Genocide Jill. Those are two have already been so far my favorites.
So chapter 2 ends, and I lose 2 characters, and EG gains 1.
EG gains 1?
Jill.
Oh, right. You know, that's fair. Crazy diamond present.
Original character. It counts.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. That is where we're cutting it there because we already saved. Moko, please end game. What's up?
I will say there will come a point where we might need to reshuffle who voices who, but I don't think that's going to be a problem until the last chapter, I think.
I can deal with that.
Actually, then again, yeah, I think we might need to shuffle around one character at the end if I get my calculations right.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember you and I spoke about it the 1 week since we know at the end game kind of thing. I told him already to go ahead.
Ah, okay. So I'll actually leave the choice to you two. Who do you want to rate? I'm going to give you 3 choices. We got a witch, we got a capybara, and we got a dog. The capybara is playing Yu-Gi-Oh! The witch is playing a puppet game of Liza P, and the dog's playing God Eater.
I mean, Coconut Doggo.
Coconut Doggo? What's Coconut Doggo?
Do you not know Coconut Doggo?
I do not know what a Coconut Doggo is. What is a Coconut Doggo?
Well, think of the shape and the color of a coconut. And then
You're saying the capybara.
To the 3... Yes.
What about you, EG? Which one of the 3 entices you more?
I like the capybara as well.
All right, then. The rate is set for capybara. By the way, before we go, I do need to shout out a good friend of mine, Disty over here. Again, sorry that we couldn't stick around and everything, But I wish you all a wonderful evening. Again, thank you for the raid, Destiny. Please, everyone, follow our lovely Destiny Pearson. And be safe out there.
Actually, I don't think I'll follow Destiny.
We are going to raid out. So here's our raid message. Thank you all for coming by. I wish you all a wonderful day. Bye-bye.